Good morning.
How was your day yesterday?
We got
Oh
all
no.
furniture rearranging done, but I'm
Oh yeah.
tired.
I bet.
It
But
was
does this mean all your Christmas decorations are up now? Your
no.
holiday? No?
This means the furniture and all the books got moved.
Okay.
Like massive, like seriously, literally like 10 feet wall space worth of books.
Yeah. Wow.
So that all got moved. The couches got moved. The piano got moved. I mean, you see what I mean? And so
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck?
It's a good
And
workout.
yeah. So the decorating will happen today.
Good. Nice.
The 22nd.
That's okay. I mean, my mom talks about like going to bed on Christmas Eve, and that's when her parents set up the Christmas tree, was after they went to bed. And then it stayed up until January 6th and came down.
Oh, because because isn't the 6th like Epiphany or something?
Yeah, that was the 12th day. So, but that was, I mean, I know that's like a Catholic thing, but that's just sort of how Christianity did it back in the day. And then
Yeah.
as we
Yeah.
prolonged it more and more,
Yeah.
we lengthened the shopping season basically before Christmas. We were more blatant about it.
More blatant, right?
Yeah. So
Oh,
then it got longer.
speaking of shopping, I've had some little sneaky FedEx and UPS deliveries, so that's been handy.
Nice. I had to get up early this morning. Adam had to go to New York to claim our youngest and bring her home for the holidays.
Yeah.
And so he went ahead and rented a car because the streets of New York and our vehicle do not get along very well. So I had to take him over to the airport to get the rental car. And it was snowing again this morning.
Yay!
And I got home and it was only like an
Girl.
inch. It was only like an inch, but it was that kind of like grainy, slick kind of snow, like that turned into ice. And I was like, and Adam, bless him, I love him, but he grew up in Arizona
He doesn't do
in
well
the
with that.
desert. He doesn't understand about like what happens if you leave snow out. I'm like, we have to. So I messaged him. He was upstairs. I was in the basement, and I was like, we need to go get the snow off the driveway. And it's only like an inch. And I know in his mind, it's like not a big deal. But I was like, we're expecting deliveries today. That is enough snow for some of the delivery companies to make an excuse to not deliver. We need to go get the snow off the driveway. And so we went out and and it really was just like sliding it across the driveway and getting rid of it. But then it was so slick.
Do you not
And
have the sprinkle salt?
Well, we hadn't gotten any yet. So he had to go get some for this season. Like this is the first time the snowfall has been slippery.
Wow.
So he went and got that taken care of. And I was so glad he did, because after he left for New York, I had to take some trash out to the garage, and I stepped out and it was like Christmas had arrived on our breezeway. There were so many packages that had been delivered this morning.
Wow.
And I was just sort of like, whoa, okay. So, but we had prepared. And so
yes.
Santa / the UPS man was able to come.
Right. It makes me happy when my teen sleeps in, because like yesterday, the delivery people came and she was still sleeping upstairs. I'm like, oh, yay. And then I can take it and like go hide it quick, and she doesn't see anything.
Yes. Same. So I was able to distribute boxes to the right rooms, and yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
That was very convenient. Yeah. Good job, UPS man. Much appreciated.
Or woman. Yes.
It's a man. It's a dude.
Oh, yours is. It was so funny yesterday because the UPS guy comes. It's a guy, my guy. And we have a big driveway, like, because you could turn around a stock trailer or whatever, right? And so they usually just go whoop and flip a U-turn and go back out. Well, he goes whoop and he flips a U-turn, then he stops because he did his U-turn first. And then keep thinking he's going to come out, walk up the driveway or walk up the sidewalk. And sometimes I just go out and meet him so he doesn't have to, just saves him a little bit of time.
Right.
But he's just in there and his doors is closed because it's windy and I'm standing there just waiting. And the dude's just in there and I can hear him like messing around and rearranging and shuffling. And I'm like, is he just like redoing everything for the rest of the route?
Yeah.
I don't think he knows I'm standing here. He's messing about. So finally, After several minutes, I get bold enough to just open his side door and go, "Hey, dude." I'm like, "You gonna be a minute? Should I go back in?" He's like, "Well, I'm actually looking for your other package and I'm rearranging." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay." Because often, like the post office carrier will pull in our driveway because it's out of the wind, and then
Yeah.
and we're about halfway on their rural,
Yeah,
and
and
she'll,
like
like, rearrange the
arrange.
whole back end of her Jeep,
Mhm.
and yeah, because it's out of the wind.
Yeah. Yeah. Our UPS guy is a guy. Our USPS person is a female, is a woman.
Carrier, yeah.
Carrier. Our USPS carrier
Mhm.
is a woman, and she does not like
Oh,
us.
you
I don't
said
know
that.
if she's I don't
Okay,
know if she's
yeah.
just a grumpy person or if we have
That's
done something.
unfortunate. Hmm.
But I mean, we usually do leave something out for her at Christmas time, like a little gift, some cookies or something like
Yeah.
that. And then she's like good with us for like a week.
I loved that when I was a substitute rural carrier, I would only work like 1 day a week. Maybe if the regular person went on vacation, I would work. So there
Uh-huh.
was this woman, she's since passed away, but the farm grandma type.
Uh-huh.
And she knew that I loved the little bitty candy canes, like that are
Oh yeah.
individually wrapped and they come in a chain or something,
Yeah,
the
that you
little
can
bitty
put the
ones.
whole thing in your mouth.
I know, which is handy when you're driving the mail.
Yeah.
And she would leave me one a day. She would get them like in December, and she would leave one a day in there for me if she knew it was
That's
me
so sweet.
subbing. Yeah. She would put the flag up and there'd be no
Uh-huh.
mail
So
in
you would
there.
know to stop for your candy cane.
There would be no mail in there, just the candy cane.
That's
I'm like,
excellent.
she was so sweet. And I never could, sometimes I could see her in the kitchen window and she'd wave and I'd wave.
Uh-huh.
Then I'd do a flippy U-turn in her driveway.
Excellent.
I
That's
know.
sweet.
She was one of my favorite cranky church ladies. So funny. And not really cranky. I mean, other people thought she was cranky.
Just
She
was she cranky or was she sassy?
sassy, but
Okay.
people might take it wrong. And she had this dry, witty sense of humor. And she would tease me, and I would just flick it right back. And people thought I was disrespectful, and she'd laugh. She'd love it. And other people didn't like her because they thought she was, mean. And I'm like, she's not mean.
Yeah.
She's funny.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
her.
So I started watching The Agency.
Oh yeah,
Is that the one you recommended?
with Richard Gere.
Yeah, it's not what I expected it was going to be. I thought
Oh,
it was just going to be like a straight up
CIA thing.
CIA procedural kind of crime thing. And there's like this whole love story thing going on, like double agents and like all this stuff. And I can't say anymore because I don't know anymore. But also, I wouldn't want to spoil it because it's actually quite good.
Interesting.
And it's hilarious how many British actors are playing Americans.
Right.
Accents. They're like funny American accents are really entertaining me. But no, it's really good. Like everyone should check out The Agency. It's on Apple TV.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, that's where I watched it. Was on
Okay.
Apple TV. I
And
think
then
it's a
I'm watching it on Amazon Prime with a Paramount. So it's Paramount or Apple.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Either way.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I don't understand how our television works.
I know.
Like I find a lot of the times things are on other services
Yeah.
that I don't understand. As long as I can find the shows I want to watch, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So
So if you do not have Apple TV, go check out Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good.
It is
I gotta
good.
watch more. I gotta watch more.
I think I'm waiting for the next episode to come out.
Okay. I'm like 1.5 in. I think I stopped halfway through the second. I can't remember if I finished the second one.
Oh, okay.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
mhm.
So we've been watching dumb reality TV.
Okay.
It's okay. It's just
Tell me
stupid.
more.
It's just stupid. But it's embarrassing to admit. But I got a lot of knitting done while watching dumb reality TV.
I mean, some reality TV is very good like these days. I like the crafty ones or the job related ones. I think those are fun.
Okay, well, this is a crafty job.
Okay.
I'm watching back seasons of Ink Masters. You know
Oh,
what that is?
yeah.
Yeah,
My
the tattoo competition.
yeah, my
Yeah,
husband and one of our kids watch that together.
yeah.
And I drift through and be like, "Ooh, that's pretty," or "Ooh, whoa,"
Well, right. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to me, but the art and the artwork and just the process is interesting to me. Because
Yeah.
'cause I have tattoos and I enjoy that. But some of what here's remarkable to me about it is like when they come in and they say, "Oh, well, these are blank canvases, they're open to whatever." I'm like, "What?" I would like, yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, artistic license. You just go ahead." No, thank you.
No, I would not agree to that at all.
No. But
No. Because a lot of the tattoos out there I can appreciate aesthetically, but I would not want on my
well,
body.
right. I can
I'm
appreciate
not against
art.
tattoos. I have a
No,
plan
right.
for a tattoo, but I don't yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Oh
not.
no, there's stuff I would never.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny though. One episode was like all about this guy who had done a traditional style pinup girl.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think it's totally sexist, but whatever. And but she was like kind of sitting on the ground with her knees to the side, and so you could see her feet, and it was sort of supposed to be like a Daisy Duke kind of thing with the shorts and the
Okay.
halter and like a farm kind of situation. But the guy screwed up and he did two right feet because she's barefoot, and then the judges are like,
Oh, something's not right here.
so a few
Or
seasons
over right. Something's very right here.
right. So a few seasons later, the person comes back and he's like, that has always haunted me. I'd really love to have the opportunity to fix that. So he put
Uh-huh.
some like Mary Jane shoes on her, and the saddle shoes looked really cute with the
That's
outfit
cool.
and how
Yeah.
how he did it. And so he did fix it.
Right.
And the Mary Jane buckles were on the correct feet. But yeah. But
My brothers and I, when we were on our road trip, we discussed a sibling tattoo, but we haven't actually done it. Like I contacted the tattoo artist. She was on board. She was like,
oh,
schedule a time. And my brothers were like, we should all go together. So I was like, okay, when are you available? And then it was like crickets. And now they're like, oh, just schedule it. I'm like, I'm not going to just schedule it without you telling me when you are free because
because what
then,
if they don't show up?
yeah, like that's dumb.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll harass them at
Yeah.
Christmas again and get something
Got to be nailed down. Are
planned.
you at liberty to share what you're considering for design?
Yeah. So we were on the trip sort of as a remembrance of my mother kind of thing. And so we were thinking she had a thing for yellow roses her whole life. And her mom had a thing for yellow roses. And her mom it's like if you're
Hey,
female and of this line, you have to have a thing for yellow roses. I can appreciate a yellow rose, but they're probably not my favorite flower. But I can appreciate. So we were thinking of getting like a tattoo on our wrists
yeah,
with a traditional yellow rose or like the retro traditional tattoo style yellow rose. But there's four of us and we would have four leaves on the stem
right.
and then they would be left black and white except for the one that is our birth order. So my oldest brother, his would be colored in, first one,
Yeah,
second brother,
I
second
get
leaf,
it.
third, and mine would be the last. Yeah. So it would be a sibling tattoo and a, homage to my mother kind of one at the same
That's
time. So
neat.
yeah, so we're all like excited to do it. My two of my brothers already have multiple tattoos. My third brother has talked about getting one and never has, and I'm like, pushing a certain age number where I'm like, may as well.
Yeah, why not?
Who cares?
Yeah,
So so that's
yeah.
yeah, so hopefully that gets sorted out. At
That's a
least
neat concept.
yeah. Yeah. So
Cool.
I sort of wanted to do a sibling one, and my oldest brother was like, "Oh, we should do a yellow rose for Ma," and I was like, "Oh, well, we could combine the concept
Yeah,
and
that's
do,
neat.
yeah."
It's a neat
So
idea. I really like to look at knitting tattoos.
yes,
And so, yeah, so down below in the comments, people share your links for knitting tattoos. I've
yeah,
seen a bunch
because
of them.
that would be
It's
the
fun.
second. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
really like
second one. I've been trying to figure out a cool knitting tattoo
yeah.
that I haven't seen before. I want to come up with like a new one, and I have a couple ideas. We'll see. But first I want to get the
Yeah.
sibling one first.
So I think being that we're knitters, I think that one of my ideas, and I'm not going to do this because aging is a problem, but having some kind of like a ruler or some kind of like centimeter thing, like right here. But then I'm like, I've seen that, but then I'm like, I mean, how much would that change over time? And then your ruler's not accurate.
I've seen people do it on the side of their finger. They just have the lines done on the side of their finger.
Maybe you could get away with that. I don't think your finger skin is going to sag.
Yeah, I don't think that changes as much as, say, the inner arm.
Yeah, or even here.
Or even here.
Yeah, because like even as I've noticed a difference in my mom and myself as I've aged. But I kind of already know.
Collagen.
I've kind of already know that.
Well, I use my pinky finger. My pinky finger's 3 inches. Each knuckle, each finger bone is 1 inch.
Really?
Yeah. So that's 1. So that's 1 inch for me. And that's 3 inches. And I can just do my and it's close enough. I wouldn't use it when I'm doing gauge, but if it's like knit 9 inches, I can be like bonk, bonk, bonk.
You're like,
and, yeah.
Yo.
So.
Wow.
I rounded the horn on my Pirouette shawl.
Ooh.
I want to show.
Sure.
I have a needle and a ball of yarn attached to it at the moment. Okay. So let me see.
Okay, so this is the center of the diamond, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the center line. It's flopped over. Sorry. Hold on. There's the center line. This is the start. This is the end.
Okay.
And then I've started knitting back. You go back down to the bottom and start knitting up again.
Okay.
So that's how that's going.
All right.
So, yeah. So it's 17 triangles the first time, and then 15, and then 13, 11, whatever, to go down. So I watched a lot of TV last night.
Yeah, you watched The Agency.
Yeah, I watched The Agency. We also saw Woman of the Hour. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have not. I'm going to write it down.
I just forgot the name of the actress. You'll recognize her when you see her.
Okay.
But it's about the serial killer in the 70s who was on The Dating Game.
Oh.
Did you hear about that? Have you ever heard about that? Yeah. So it's about him. So it's
That's creepy.
It is. It's not graphic.
Okay. But the idea, it's a creepy concept.
But it does walk you through, like you do see some of the murders, but it's not like horror,
Yeah.
But it's mostly told from her perspective. Well, it's back and forth between following her, following him. Anyway, the movie was good. And I would say, I wish I could remember the actress's name, but I would say that one thing that they did really, really well was, when because it's not just her interaction with this fellow, she has other men that she interacts with. Mm-hmm. And what they did really, really well was showing her become uncomfortable and realizing that she needed to tread carefully to get out of the situation. Like she needed to hold that man's ego
and extricate. And
it was so subtle. Mm-hmm. But if you've been in that position before,
and haven't we all?
You know exactly what is going on in her head right there. Mm-hmm. And I was almost like, boys need to see this.
Yes.
Because they need to be able to identify that. Because I think a lot of the times boys don't realize they're making women feel that way. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, see her face, like identify what's going on with her face right now and understand that she's having these feelings right now.
Yeah.
And so you might not mean it, but you need to back away. Like I was just like, that was the thing in the entire movie. That was the thing where I was like, that's like the acting in that was because it really wasn't over. It wasn't like she was like, It was just like
It's powerful though.
it was really powerful.
Subtlety is powerful.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, on a lighter note.
On a lighter note.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for another episode of The Agency to come out. We might have to start watching all the old Rankin and Bass movies.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. The older that I get, the more I'm kind of over it. I don't know.
I kind of feel that way this year, honestly.
I don't mean to be grinchy, but how many times do I need to watch Frosty and Rudolph in my life?
I'm 48, 47. I always forget how old I am. I think I'm 48. I'm 48 years old. I've probably watched these 45 times. Like at least 45, because some of them I've seen more than once each year.
Of course. When your kids are little, you absolutely watch them more than once.
Yeah. I'm just kind of done. And we watched
Polar Express, I'm over it. I don't need to watch it again.
We watched Elf and The Muppet Christmas Carol, which is my absolutely favorite Christmas movie.
That I would watch.
Over Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
And as I love both of those movies, but as I watched both of them this year, I was like, I'm kind of done. I don't really want to watch these again. And I did. And then my husband made a comment the other day, like, oh, it's time to be watching Christmas movies. And I was like, is it though?
Is it though?
Do we have to? Like, and it might just be I need a year off, you know?
Well, I mean,
I can be excited about it.
Family. You're taking a year off from family board games, so you can take some other things too if you want. I mean,
I'm just grinchy. Maybe I'm just grinchy this year.
I don't think so. I think you're the boss. You can do what you want.
I'm the boss. Oh, speaking of though, one thing I've really enjoyed this year. Have you seen Tally the Elf on social media at all? He is in the Disney. I don't know if it's Disney World or Disneyland, but he's in one of their Christmas parades, and he is an elf, and he has a clipboard, and he's like dancing along with everyone. But every now and then he'll go over to someone and be like, "What's your name?" And you tell him his name, and he like looks. He's like, he's like, Jana. Naughty. He'll be like, you're on the naughty list. And then he'll do something. He'll be like, get it together. You still got time. Or he'll erase your name for you.
Erase your name.
He's so funny. And like, he has been my Christmas this year. Like, I just do
I need to Google this?
Tally the Elf. He's on Instagram. And it's
Tall. Okay.
Tally, like you're tallying numbers, right? So tally.the.elf.
Okay.
On Instagram. And you will find he is delightful. He is. And so there was like 2 or 3 days when he wasn't in the Christmas parade, and people were like outraged at Disney. There was all these conspiracy theories that he got too popular, and Disneyland was like, we can't have him because like he's too popular and it's dangerous and people, whatever. And Disney had to put out a statement saying, we have not removed Tally. There were scheduling issues with Tally. Like Tally gets to have a real life, basically, like.
That's so funny.
But like, yeah, there's people who are going to the park to see Tally.
Interesting.
And hopefully like have an interaction with Tally the Elf.
That's interesting. When you first mentioned, I thought you were saying Telly as in Telly, like so I was envisioning Teletubbies in an elf costume with a clipboard. You're like, no, not that.
No, I mean, if you're feeling grinchy like I am this year, go find Tally the Elf. Delightful. Absolutely. And of course the kids are always on the good list. Anytime he does it with the kids, they're always on the good list. But the adults, it's like 25-75, whether you're going to be on the good list or the naughty list, It's so funny.
That's fantastic. I've never heard of that. I'm going to have to go look that up.
And then there's another elf in the parade too that isn't getting as much attention, but they're also sassy, and they'll like come up behind Tally and be like, I knew it. just sort of like stick the dagger in a little bit, and it's so funny. I just have really enjoyed that.
Oh, speaking of dagger, going back to like the Ink Master tattoo shows.
Uh-huh.
There's one called Forged in Fire where they're people that make swords and knives and
Yeah, Adam loves that one. Yeah.
That's a good show.
Yeah. I haven't really sat down to watch it with him, but he will binge that show. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, sometimes I try to visualize myself making these things and I'm like, I think I would really enjoy the pounding and the shaping of the metal and all that, but I can't deal with the heat, man.
Yeah, that's hot.
I don't think I could do that or the glass blowing thing. I couldn't handle the heat.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could manage that. Interesting though.
We should probably start opening yarn. I'm just looking at what time it is.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
We're just chatting.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start with Becky's from the Silly Sheep Company. So we had, this was
22.
yesterday's, that really bright blue. I know, 22.
Getting down there.
I don't think we've said yet today that it's day 22.
Day 22.
Oh, the tape.
And we're getting down there. We're going to start friend vent soon. Woo!
This is what I was hoping for yesterday, a really pale blue like that. I am so stoked about this.
Wow,
okay.
That's beautiful.
This one is called Winter Sky. So those
I
are
love that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, it's kind of a grayish blue.
It's more, I would call it like robin's egg.
That's
I don't
beautiful.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Lovely.
Thank you, Becky.
Well
okay,
done.
show me your stripe.
Well done. Okay. Yesterday we had day 21's orange for solstice. I thought that was cool. Kind of an orange.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
Ready? Okay, now.
So it's going to be, we're thinking another like bluey green.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's what I think. Okay. Neutral.
There we go. Another
There we
bluey green.
go.
See, now we get the rhyme. We understand the rhyme and the reason.
Now we understand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
We're getting down there. And it was so funny. We were at patron knit night on Zoom last and one of my patrons is it's not for everybody. I get it. She's not digging so much the colors, but it's okay. I mean, you can't please everybody all the time. We understand that.
Well, that's the risk. That's the risk of a mystery project. Yeah.
Well, it's fine. And I was counting my stripes and I said to her, well, when you got to the heel, like how many stripes in were you? She's like 10, I think. And I'm like 13. But then, she's like, and I still have X number of stripes up to the top. So she was concerned how tall it was going to be if she wanted to finish, because she did want to finish all 24 stripes.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to have that problem.
No.
But it's okay, because by the time I add a little ribbing on the top, and it was a 30-gram mini, so I was happy about that. So I knew I would have enough for because it takes more yarn for the heel flap and gusset than it would for a short row heel. Right. So I still will have, so this is day 21 is just what I've knitted. So I have 22, 23, 24, 3 more colors. I'll end up about here. Then my cuff. That'll be perfect.
So I thought in the past there's been like extra where you could, no, am I making that up? Maybe I'm thinking of the first year before you did Woolens and Nosh.
There's 24 colors and then you have your mini.
Okay. I thought they repeated a little bit too. So you could have
in the past they did.
Okay.
I don't know, but the stripes are wider this year too. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, depending on how many stitches you cast on, but or your circumference. But anyway, I guess we'll see.
Exciting.
Okay. What else do you have?
Oh, I have another one. So we're moving on to our last maker, but not our last repeat. Okay. We have one more repeat after this. So today we are going into Laxdale Yarn. Oh. Okay. Lovely Laxdale yarn. So this is their natural white color, and it is called natural white.
Imagine that.
So they're one of the newer yarn producers there in Shetland too, but they've been operating for quite a while now. I would say, 4 years or so. Yeah. Laxdale's been around, maybe 5. They have their own flock that they send the sheep away, send the fleece away to be processed into their own yarn as well. And we'll get to see more of them in the coming days.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
So today's a knitting catch-up day.
So today's your second knitting catch-up day. Tomorrow we'll get our second color from Laxdale and you'll be able to carry on with the knitting.
Nice. Hooray.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to, in preparation for Christmas Day and my podcast recording with you, I have to go get another box of Cracklin' Oat Bran because my kid has been eating it.
My husband came home with another box the other day because he's been seeing it here and he was craving it early. So he came home with a box and tapped into that yesterday.
Well, I mean, she did ask me, and I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like she just went and horked it down without saying anything.
Yeah. No, I thought it was funny. We're spreading the love.
Cracklin' Oat Bran cheer.
We should get them to sponsor next year.
Right? Kellogg's.
They're like, why do our sales double in December? I don't understand.
All those knitters. Why? No rhyme or reason there.
So yeah, guys, we'll be cracking into these on December 25th if you want to join us. I know a lot of you are watching from other countries and you haven't been able to find it, and I can understand that. So, but maybe grab your own favorite cereal or breakfast to enjoy with us on December 25th when we open our stuff.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye.